Dun, 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 dun,
Are you doing the same?
dun, nuts.
Welcome to the Gospel Truth.
I'm Dean.
And I'm Audrey, and this week we are celebrating the 6th Sunday of Ordinary Time.
Yeah. What are we theming this week? What's the big idea?
Yeah, so the readings focus a lot on the commandments, which all of you should be very familiar with by now. But what we want to focus on today is how we follow the commandments, and that we follow the commandments with our heart over our head.
That's interesting. I guess it's like the commandments are kind of just like lines.
Yeah.
Like thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, it's like if you read it, it's like duh, don't kill.
It's like don't kill.
Duh, don't commit adultery. Duh, love God above all things.
Or the greatest commandment.
That is the greatest.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yep.
But there's a lot more to it, I think, than just following it like as you read it at the very surface level. And so we want to talk about really reflecting on what it means to follow the commandments and how to follow the commandments with our heart.
Yeah, I agree. And the reason why we were so inspired, or so that message that we got, is because that's literally what Jesus is saying in the gospel. Jesus is saying, hey, like, you heard it said, you shall not kill. And he's saying, yeah, I get it. Like, don't literally kill people. But he also follows it up by saying whoever is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment. And so we kind of took that as saying, it's like, look, the whole thou shalt not kill commandment is obvious on its surface. But if you really think about the spirit of the law rather than just the letter of the law, it's not just about like physically killing people, which again is atrocious, and like that is very, very, like that's one of those sins that you definitely need to ask for forgiveness for. But he's also saying that it's about not killing others' spirit.
Yeah.
Right, with your words and your actions.
Yeah. And that's something I don't know how to because killing someone physically is really, really obviously a bad thing. But it's very easy for us to kill someone's spirit, kill someone's motivation and excitement, and not even realize that we're doing it. And I would hope that happens way more frequently than you physically killing someone. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
But if you think about the gravity of killing someone's spirit every day or multiple times, that's awful, right? And that would make me feel terrible, and I would feel so bad to know if I killed someone's spirit by judging them when they share something that they're really excited about, but maybe you don't think it's as exciting, or you think it's stupid. Imagine how that person feels, and you kind of just snuff out their light.
Oh, that's an allusion to last week.
Yes, right? And I mean, building off of last week, we talk about being a light for others, and by and not snuffing out others' lights, right? And so when you kill someone's motivation, their excitement, their spirit, that's also in a way
a type of killing. It's a type of not honoring the commandment.
Exactly.
And I think that's what Jesus is trying to get at, is that he's holding us all to a higher standard. He's just basically saying, look, I get that the commandments are there, but you really have to think about the spirit of the law. And he also talks about adultery.
Yeah.
And again, the sin of adultery, we can think of it in its most obvious way, literally cheating in a relationship that you are with, the physical act of adultery. But at the same time, Jesus also mentions that if you have lustful thoughts, that's basically the same thing. Right? And so we're being asked we're being held to a higher standard, which is more difficult in a sense. Yeah. But it's also more meaningful. Because you're not just following the law for the sake of, I just need to stay in the lines, and I just need to read this contract and make sure that I have accomplished this in the most, in the least meaningful way possible, just following it to the letter.
Yeah.
By Jesus asking us to do this, he's adding a deeper meaning to the following of the commandments.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful.
It is. And I mean, we've said this a couple times already in the past few episodes, but he he's really just like we've been entrusted. We're the chosen ones, right? And he trusts us to do the right things. He does not give us anything we can't handle. He knows what we're capable of doing, and he's challenging us to be the best versions of ourselves. For ourselves and for each other, and ultimately so that again we can get up to heaven and be with him. He knows we're capable of doing it, and he's basically giving us like this playbook, like this is what you need to do, like it said, like, you know, the last shall be first. And in a way, like, we have to work very hard to do it, but it will be worth it in the end. Right? And so we really want everyone to really reflect this week on really what it means to follow the commandments and how we can be more mindful about that. So again, yes, maybe we're not killing anyone, but like, let's really think about like how our words can like kill spirit, and how, you know, emotions can have an impact on people. And really think about that, and really focus on the deeper meaning of what it means to follow the commandments.
I love that. And we really did love this theme this week.
It was really good.
Because it's just, it really speaks to what it really means to follow the commandments. It's just to just go in deep. Not just your head, also your heart.
Yes, and it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be easy, but it's worth it. Right? Like, you know, don't just follow it by the letter, but follow its spirit.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll see everyone next week for the last Sunday of Ordinary Time for a while.
I believe so, yeah.
Right, and then it's Lent. So that's always a fun one to kind of just reflect on. It's a good time of reflection and preparation. So, but one more Sunday, Ordinary Time Sunday, and then we'll kick off Lent.
All right.
We'll see you next week. Bye.